And if you could come up here, no, I'm just kidding. She's like, please come. No. So when you join as a distributor, these kits are pretty amazing. They've jazzed them up a little bit. I've been in the company for about 3.5 years. They've jazzed them up. You're going to get all of these awesome products. You're going to get a full treatment of wraps. You're going to get the fab wrap, which is like a medical grade wrap to help keep the wrap in place while you're wearing it. You're going to get some samples of our defining gel, which I call liquid gold. Like if I could just set this up so it came out of my shower head, I would bathe in it. It's amazing. It's going to help reduce cellulite, stretch marks, all the stuff that we don't want. So you're getting everything that you need to start your business. You're getting marketing tools, party pack catalogs, but you're purchasing your license to become a distributor. You're purchasing kind of what Krystal talked about, that job stability, because you can't get this from anyone other than an independent distributor with It Works. So you're going to change your whole life for $99. And I know other people that own small businesses, and it costs them more than $99 to turn their lights on every day to run their business. And you're going to hear from some people in a little bit how it's completely changed their life. So you can also boost if you're a party person and you want to do a lot of parties and you want people to sample, you want to get products on them, you want to have them smell it, try it, all that kind of stuff. We can hook you up with that too, and you're going to have more things. I did not boost, and I was very greedy. I kept the wraps for myself because I wanted to use them. I wish that I would have boosted. So, you know, that's just a little bit about what you're going to get when you join. So that's step one. So everyone that's in this room that's already a distributor, I'm so proud of you. You have taken that first step. And then the next step is 4 people. 4 people that you think want to try the products. Your sister, your mother-in-law, your best friend, and your neighbor. 4 people that want to feel better about the way that they look, feel better internally. When you do that and you share it with 4 people, you're going to complete that second step. You're also going to get wraps for 75% off. So I was a social worker before I joined. I failed severely on, what was that big Thursday night, helping my daughter do her 3rd grade math homework. I have maxed out with math, but I know that I want something for 75% off. If you sell 1 wrap, you can keep the 3 and you can put that money, profit that money, put it in your pocket. For me, that meant I didn't have to feel guilty if I wanted to go get my nails done one day. I didn't have to feel guilty if I wanted to go on a date with my husband because we could afford to pay the babysitter. Already within that first week, you guys, the company was changing my life, and all I was doing was sharing a product that I had had incredible results with. So 4 people, okay? That's not hard. I'm pretty sure everyone in this room knows 4 people. You might know 5. If you know 7 people, you're gonna do step 3, okay? A couple of people that you think need additional income. A new mom that doesn't want to go back to work after maternity leave. Someone like me that just wanted a little cushion in between the end of, the end of the month where the bills were still there and hadn't got paid and the money was gone. So when you find 3 people that want to join this business with you and one of them finds 2 people, you're going to go Ruby. Ruby is that first leadership rank within our company, and I think we're gonna do a little bit of, I'll do a shout out right now. Can you, if you were a Ruby with It Works Global, can you just raise your hand so our guests can kind of see? Awesome. So what's really, one of the really amazing things, we don't have enough time for me to talk about all of them, is when you go Ruby, It Works Global is offering you a $500 bonus. $500. I have never met anyone that doesn't need $500 or want $500, am I right? Yeah. So when you do that and you go Ruby and you hit this first leadership rank, you're gonna get a $500 bonus. In addition to all that wrap cash I told you that was buying pizza and babysitters, you can get all of that money that's unlimited, and you're gonna get your monthly commissions, right? Which is amazing. That's life-changing money for so many of us. For us, that meant we could pay our student loans and we could breathe a little bit easier, okay? From Ruby, it's all kind of up to you on how, where you want to go from this point. So I'm gonna switch over. This slide gets me a little excited because they don't have to share, we don't have to share this with you. If you have a 9 to 5, do you guys walk around with a tag that says your salary on it? No. So this was a little weird for me that they did this, but what this did was inspire me and motivate me to be somewhere on this chart. So I'll just share my story with you real quick. Like I said, I was a social worker when I joined. We looked okay. I mean, we were doing okay, We had just had our third baby. We both worked full-time. We decided that it would be a really good idea to sell our house before our other house was finished getting built and then move into my parents' basement. So we were doing that, stressful with 3 kids, both working. My husband was coaching and taking graduate classes. Like, my plate was overflowing. I had tried the products for about 3 weeks and had amazing results. Are there any C-section mommies in the, okay. So we get these beautiful babies and then we get this like extra body part, this like little flap of skin with a scar, right? And I wanted the wraps for that and I had awesome results. I felt good about myself. I loved hearing Sherry's story because it's so true. It goes into every area of your life. So I was a loyal customer for 3 weeks and I decided to become a distributor because I was already purchasing the products. I knew other people that wanted what we had. I wanted them to feel how I felt. I didn't I didn't have to run by the mirror when I got out of the shower, like I was okay with it. And that felt really good after having 3 kids. And so I decided to join. I joined for $99. We were really excited and we were sharing it with everyone that we knew. 4 months later, I was a triple diamond, and that was where I was like, okay, so I think this might be onto something. I was still skeptical. I didn't really know, you guys. I was just doing what I love, sharing it with people, right? I still hadn't completely grasped charting. Now I can do it in my sleep. But it was that ignorance on fire. It was because it felt good. It was because it was more passionate. With It Works, I was staying up at night. I was getting 3 hours of sleep doing what I loved. And that for me was the mind shift where I thought, maybe I'm on something. Maybe this is something that I can do and I don't have to go to a job that's difficult for me to pay $30,000 a year for daycare, right? It's insane. And it was hard for me to be away from my kids. That was what I wanted to choose, was to be home. And so, so what we did was we paid off all of our debt. My husband kind of set up a challenge and I was like, game on. He's like, you have to pay off all of our debt and then you have to make, you have to continue to consistently earn this amount of money or more if you want. And then you can resign. So I was like, all right, deal, buddy. And we did that. And so I joined in May of 2013, December 28th. I walked away from my government job and I have not looked back. It's been 3 years that I've been with It Works full time. And if you were to ask me if the $99 was worth it, if those nights where I got a little less sleep were worth it, absolutely. I would do it all again in a heartbeat. And the best part about this business is that I get to, through helping other people change their lives. So I'm super excited that you guys are here. I think we're going to have a great day. You're going to meet. We are fun. You're going to have a good time. Right? You're going to have a good time today. So you guys can kind of see the ranks. I'm going to kind of pump the brakes on my part, and I'm going to call Jami up, right? Yep. Yes? Oh. It's kind of always, well, yes. Hang on 1 second. I got this. All right. So you heard Krystal talk about the products, right? And then you heard me talk a little bit about the business opportunity. You heard me ramble on about my story a little bit. You can read this. Really what it breaks down to is you can save 40% on the products as a loyal customer. You're going to get awesome perks. Or you can save the 40% and earn unlimited cash bonuses and commissions by joining this opportunity. So I love our loyal customers. We take really good care of them. We give them products for free. Obviously, I love being a distributor because it's changed my life. So those are your two choices today. So before you leave, make sure that you have that conversation with the really generous person that was thoughtful enough to bring you here and share this with you today to make a decision. But what we want to do is hear from a little bit of the other leaders that are in the room, call you guys out, right? Am I right?
Yep.
I kind of just fly by the seat of my pants, so I don't want to screw anything up here. So I am going to introduce Jami Rosekrans. She's from Cedar Rapids too, and she is my upline, and she's amazing. So
take it away.
You guys didn't want to see my picture anyways. Anybody can do this, you guys. Okay. All right, so who loves money? Yeah. All right, you guys, who loves money? Okay, awesome. I'm
Jami Rosekrans. I'm from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and I get to talk to you guys about money. So who in here, just stand up if you are at the distributor rank right now. We just want to give you a round of applause. Distributor rank makes an average of about $752 extra a year. You guys, that's pretty awesome. That's your tank of gas every week or a couple weeks. That's pretty incredible. How about executives? Can you please stand up? Executives make about $3,100 extra a year. How about rubies? Krystal kind of touched on this with the ruby bonus. Love it. How many of you guys earned that ruby bonus? Raise your hand. Awesome! I love it. I love it. Ruby makes about an extra $5,600 a year, you guys. That's pretty amazing for a fun rap gig where you get to hang out with people like Melissa Yardley. How about emeralds? Emeralds make about $10,000 extra a year. Emerald is even starting to be a changing point. That's like almost an extra $1,000 a month, $800-900 a month. That's pretty incredible. How about diamonds? Diamonds, stand up. License to print money. Raise your hand if you're a diamond and earned a good bonus. Awesome, I love it. Diamond is kind of the game changer for a lot of people, you guys. This is kind of where you might start to, because again, this is an average. You might make more than this. I know for me, when I went diamond, I replaced my full-time income. So, leading from that, double diamond. This is where you replace most full-time incomes right now. Double diamond, stand up for us. So, that's some pretty serious cash right there. $54,000 a year, slinging racks. That's incredible. I love it. All right, triple diamonds. Six-figure income earners. Triple diamonds, please stand up. Triple diamond is an absolute game changer. Has it been a game changer for you, triple diamonds? Yes? Okay. It's absolutely amazing. The amount of, the potential in this company, and you heard Melissa say she went triple diamond in 4 months. 4 flipping months. That's amazing. To have fun and to do this and to hang out with your friends and to go have a wrap party and just love what you're doing. Okay. Presidential Diamonds, I'm going to have you stand up, and then I'm going to have you guys come up here for me. Right. I might need to steal your baby. Thank the Lord my husband is not here. Oh. All right. Hi. It is really bright. Okay, presidential diamonds earn an average of about $194,000 a year, you guys, a year. That light is like totally blinding. Okay, so we want to hear just a little bit about how It Works has impacted your lives and kind of what it's done for you. So I have a couple different questions. So Connor, for you, what have you learned most about yourself since starting your It Works journey?
I would say the biggest thing I've learned is that I can accomplish anything that I set my mind to, and that I can teach others to do the same thing.
I love it. Love it. Tell us who you are and where you're from today.
My name is Connor Stewart. I'm from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and I'm a presidential diamond.
I love it. Thank you. All right, girl. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and how has It Works impacted your life the most?
Okay, I'm Melissa Mock, and I'm from Lonsdale, Minnesota. Oh, I can hold it. I'm breaking the rules. So, I'm Melissa Mock, and I'm from Lonsdale, Minnesota, and how it's impacted my life. I mean, I can think of so many different things, but mostly it was because I have anxiety and depression, and over 2.5 years ago, I was in the darkest place I've ever been. But now I'm confident. I'm standing up here, and this is something I would have never done. It has changed my life. So, learned a lot about myself because of this business. And the friendships, those are amazing. I've met so many amazing people.
All right, thank you. Okay, so tell us who you are, where you're from, and then what is something you've been able to do now that you never would have been able to do before it works?
I am Brandy Newhart. I am from Ridgedale, South Dakota, and everything, really. I never been on an airplane until I joined It Works, and the biggest thing was making my baby's dream come true and taking them to Disney last year, so that was a big one.
Okay, tell us who you guys are, where you're from, and I'm going to give you guys that same question. What is something that It Works has allowed you to do now that you never would have been able to do before?
Brad Treat, we're from Mankato, Minnesota here. We've been in for what, 5 years?
It'll be 6 years.
6 years. And we've just been able to do so many different things. You know, we have 4 kids now, and something that I never thought was probably really possible just financially. She's been able to be a stay-at-home mom, which has been incredible, watching her kids grow up and being home all the time. So it's really allowed us to do some cool things. The people you meet too are incredible. We're all family. The people that we meet have become some of our best friends. So it's been awesome.
Yeah, for me, I always had dreamt of being a stay-at-home mom, but financially, like he said, there's no way that we could do it. And I always wanted 4 kids, but he was not always on board with it. And here she is, so we got it. But honestly, it truly is because of business, because we could barely make ends meet before with 2 kids. So yeah, having 4 kids and being a stay-at-home mom has been like the best thing in the entire world. So that's the best thing for us.
One more question and then you're done. I won't make you stand up here too painfully long. So to get to Presidential Diamond, it takes a lot of effort and hard work and determination and dedication. Can you guys just give everybody out there a tip as to how did you do it? How did you get to Presidential Diamond?
I didn't take no for an answer. I just took it as not right now. And just, you gotta keep your blinders on and not be looking left and right and just stay focused and be looking forward, because even if it seems unreachable, it really is reachable. You just gotta believe in yourself and believe that it's gonna happen in time.
The biggest thing for me, the biggest tip for you guys is just make that option not to quit. And that was what I did. I just said, I'm not quitting, I'm gonna do this. And the other thing is just ask everybody, just share, that's all it is. Open up your mouth, don't be a zipper lips.
Stay consistent, keep on people, like Connor said. I've been told no so many times. I didn't have any distributors my first 15 months in the business, so anyone who's in here who's still a distributor, doesn't have any team members yet, keep going, don't give up.
For me, it was how I got to Presidential was I put my mind to it, and I didn't sleep at all. And then I just was very involved with my team to know what their goals were and what they wanted, because you can't get to Presidential without our teams. And so I really just, I think for anybody who's going for a push for a promotion, make sure you know what your team wants, what they need, and where they want to go, because at the end of the day, you can't get to where you want to be without your team. So we just really had a close-knit, community with our team, and then don't sleep, because sleep is for the weak.
I love it. Thank you guys so much. I think a lot of people look at this chart, and even at the diamond rank, I think a lot of people see it as unrealistic and unattainable. And you have 4 Presidential Diamonds up here proving to you that it's possible, you guys. Anything is possible if you just put your mind to it and if you go for it. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Congratulations. All right, I know we have one other Ambassador Diamond in the house. Can you come on up? Your name is Carrie. Your name is Carrie. I'm looking right at you. Yes, I'm calling you out. Oh, yes. As ambassadors, you share your story by yourself.
Okay, I don't want to stand in the light.
No, that's fine. You don't have to stand in the light. Okay, so can you guys just tell us who you are, where you're from, and then I'm going to have you guys just share. I'm going to give you the mic, have you share just a couple minutes of your story and how you did it.
So you want me to hear my story?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm Carrie Young now, because we just got married. I've been in this business for 3.5 years. And, I wasn't Melissa. it took me 9 months to go ruby. And, but I always look at that as, you know, do you think that I'm mad that it took me 9 months to go ruby? You know, like, do you think that I'm mad that I didn't go as fast as her? And I want you guys to realize that everybody's journey in this business is so different. And, you know, like, we're so thankful. Like, I'm so thankful that even though it took me 9 months to get to ruby, that I kept going. And, wow, after 9 months, actually, no, it took me 7 months, I'm sorry. Because then 2 months later, before that actually, I went in my job and I just remember thinking, man, I hate my job. And I hate coming here every day, and I'm not happy. And I knew that I wasn't going to get rich working for her. So I went home and I just prayed, and I said, God, I need something different. And he showed me my diamond chart, and I said, well, that's a big thing. I don't know how I'm going to do that. And I was like, you know what, if this is what you want from me, just show me what to do. And so 3 months later, I went diamond. I got my $10,000 bonus, and sat at diamond for about a year. And during that time, we got pregnant, and we have our son, Riley. I actually wanted to quit a couple times along the way. I mean, it was, you know, I was really sick, and man, I'm shaking. Okay, so we got to conference that January, and I was a diamond, and actually I didn't get to go to conference, but a lot of people on my team went. And we ended up, man, 7 months later, going presidential diamond, and my husband went triple, and we retired him. And 6 months later, we hit ambassador, and it's just completely changed our life.
First of all, I'll say we just give God the glory, and just for everybody in this room, give yourself a hand, because I mean, if you look around, you're just surrounded by, you know, like-minded people who wanted to make a change in their life, and just for you to invest in yourself on this day, you know, you didn't have to be here, but God brought you here. And for the guests, you know, the people that brought you here obviously saw something in you that you don't see in yourself right now, but they know you got something deep on the inside of you that's gonna, you know, help you change your life. And I would say this business have been life-changing for us, you know, not just financially. You know, we've been able to do so many things, but the one thing that it's done, you know, bring us together closer to God. And, you know, with that, you know, I retired, and I thought that I was gonna, you know, retire and just live this retired life where you do nothing. That obviously that wasn't what it meant, you know. You know, guys, they set expectations that they expect us to reach, but we have to understand that we're not gonna reach the expectations that they set. You know, we have to have a purpose for ourselves, and, you know, just kind of figure out what we want to do in life. So the main thing that it's taught me to do is, you know, I went to the men's retreat twice, you know, and I got something different each time I went. But the second time I went, the main thing I got, you know, we had just got married, and, you know, it was about finding a purpose, not only for myself, but, you know, for my family. So, you know, it just taught me, you know, just put yourself to the side, you know, take yourself out of the picture, and just think 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you know, don't look at, you know, we're Ruby today, and, you know, business is down. You're like, don't look at that. Just think 5 years from now, you know. Blair McFarland says something. It's like, if you can think in 5 years you will be able to make $100,000 a month, like, would you work for free right now?
Yeah.
I'm doing it. Like, where else can you do that? So you just gotta have that type of mindset. You know, it's not gonna. You may not reap the benefits that you think you are right now, but just think further down the road. And she's been able to change, you know. Man, I just think about Riley and his kids and their grandkids, you know, it's been changed forever just by her, you know. I was unsupportive at times, I was supportive, you know, but regardless of what I thought, she had a fire in her because of this business, and just surround herself by these awesome ladies that pushes her, that, you know, regardless of what I said or did, like, she was gonna do it. So, you know, I would tell men, like, you are the key. Like, these women are awesome. I put her on a pedestal day in and day out, but we are the key. Like, we have to be that person. God made us to be the leaders and the protectors of our household. So we have to step in, take charge, and not think just because she's making all the money that she's the leader. Like, no. Like, that's one thing that I had to, you know, like, to make a lot of money, you know, like, I just, I just watch our kids. I have to do the little things, but it's like that's the little things are when when God has humbled you so much that you will reach your blessing. So you just have to understand that and just put it on the pedals. You know, one thing I've been doing, I've been going through this Every Man is a Warrior course. And the one thing that it's talking about, you know, is we have to be loving, we have to give grace. Because, you know, I don't like that she's on her phone every day, but I know she's doing it for a bigger purpose. So you have to give grace. You know, I don't like that she tries to boss me around sometimes. I say that a lot because, I mean, this is not like, I know I'm not the only guy that gets this. But, you know, we have to be loving, we have to give grace, and we have to understand, you know, the vision that this company have. And, you know, we're under awesome leadership. If you just meet some of these guys, you know, like they say, you become family and friends. You just meet so many people that's going to influence your life in a way that is going to change it forever. So if I would say one thing, you know, just continue to show up, surround yourself with It Works people. I say that because it's like the world we're in today is a very dark world. And I love the fact that, you know, we're a Christian-based company and we're lime green. Because when you see lime green walk in a room, you look at it. And when you look at It Works people, like she said, we like to have fun, we like to party, but we also like to change people's lives. But before you can change people's lives, you have to change your lives. And that's the one thing that it did for us, is just help us change our lives, not materialistic, but, you know, spiritually, and just change our mindset and just help us grow as, you know, a married couple, parents, and just better people. So just know that this business is going to change your life. You may not see it right now, but just stick with it. Trust the person that brought you in here and just take that chance, because it's going to be something that when you look back 5 months from now, 5 years from now, it's going to be something that's going to, you know, you may cry about it. Because I'm going to get off my soapbox in a minute. This is something people like to hear. People, you know, you don't get this a lot. So this opportunity only happens once in a lifetime. We're only going beyond the billion once, and you know, if you know Carrie, like, we getting a big piece of that pie. We're not gonna get it by sitting at home and let people tell us that crazy rap thing don't work. Like, who cares what you think? The next person is gonna work for them. So just stay humble and just continue to work. And like I said to the new people, take that leap of faith and just know and trust that person who brought you here. You know, they got you here for a reason. So trust them. And you know, when this ends, I love our loyal customer program, but I would love to have you as a distributor, because I know it's going to change your life forever.
I love that he has so much to say about it too. A lot of guys are like, I love it. Love it, love it. Okay, so I'm just going to share a little bit of my story really quick with you guys. Again, I'm Jami Rosekrans. I'm from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I've been with this business for about 4.5 years, and I didn't join for the money. I had actually already quit my full-time job when I found out about It Works. I found it on social media. Who else found about It Works on social media? Really? Wow. I thought there'd be more. Okay, so I saw it on social media. I had already quit my full-time job. I was working in the mortgage department at a bank, and I had a 15-month-old little girl who I never saw. And my husband is a very full-time realtor, and he said, okay, go ahead and quit. You just have to find something part-time. And I was like, okay. So I was still working part-time. I was turning down interviews because I was highly overqualified for any part-time job that was coming up. And this just fell into my lap, you guys. God most definitely had a plan the day that I messaged my friend about it. And I messaged my friend and I just said, okay, you have me reeled in. What is the deal with these wraps? Again, I had a 15-month-old. I don't like to work out and I like food. Anyone else like that? Okay. So I struggled with the weight loss after I had my daughter. And I was very self-conscious. I was the one that would wear like a fleece to work in 95-degree Iowa weather. And because I was just so self-conscious. So she told me about the loyal customer program, how much the wraps were, and I kindly said, okay, thank you, I'm not interested right now. And I was interested, but I couldn't justify. We could afford the $59, I couldn't justify it. Having already quit my job, I knew I only had about a month and a half left of working part-time, and I didn't have another job lined up. So she brought up to me, well, how about the business side? You know, I know you just quit your job, and you can earn free product. And I went to my husband and I said, well, what do you think? And he's like, well, you spend $99 in aisle 1 of Target, so why not? So I was like, okay, sure, good point. So I joined, and I sold wraps. I got the wraps on people. I didn't know what I was doing. Kind of like Melissa said, I was ignorance on fire, you guys. I didn't know what I was doing. There really wasn't anyone in our area that was doing this, and I didn't know what to do. I just did it, and I had my 4 loyal customers in a week. I went Ruby in, I went Ruby in about a little over 2 months, and then I just kind of was like, oh, whatever. Like, I didn't really have the desire to work it. But then my husband looked at me and said, okay, you're done at your job on August 3rd. You need to make this work or you really have to get a job, babe. And I was like, man, I don't want to get another job, but okay. So I worked my business, and I got in front of people, I talked to people, I got comfortable with being uncomfortable. This is like really highly uncomfortable for me still, even after 4.5 years. So you do things like that to get out of your comfort zone. And I went diamond. I went ruby to diamond in a month. And by the time I was done with my job, I was diamond. And I didn't get another job, you guys. I've been full-time at work since August 31st or 30th, 2012. I never got another job because this replaced that income that I needed. So then I kind of got stuck. I got comfortable. Have you ever gotten comfortable in your business? I did. So I got comfortable. We went to conference in January, and we came back with that fire in our belly and ready to work. And we just kind of, I went through this high, and then I went back down to this low, and I thought, okay, it's not for me. And I was looking at full-time jobs again in March, and my husband messaged a sideline and an upline friend of mine and said, okay, you guys, she's ready to quit. Do not let her quit. She has changed so much as a wife, as a mom, as a friend. She's found her passion. You can't let her quit. And they called me, and I was on my way to a doctor's appointment. And I said, okay, I gotta go, I'll talk with you later. And I went to this doctor appointment, and I asked my nurse, I said, okay, I know you and your daughter are highly involved with March of Dimes. I would love to do a fundraiser. I wanted to get rid of the wraps they had, and just sell them and donate the profit and just kind of find my full-time job and just go on my merry little way. So after the doctor's appointment, I got my phone call from this sideline and upline, and they basically reminded me of my why. My why was my now 2-year-old, and I didn't want to go back to working a full-time job. I loved the people with It Works. I loved the products. I had lost 25 pounds. I loved everything about it. And I just had that fire lit in my belly again. And it was like March 18th. And I pulled my head out of my rear, you guys, and I went double 12 days later.
Holy cow.
So I went from literally wanting to quit and hardly maintaining diamond to double. And then 2 days later, I signed up that nurse's daughter, who happened to be Mackenzie Schultz, and went double diamond in a month. So I went triple that next month, and then I went prize 3 months later. So in a matter of 4 months, I went from wanting to quit and looking at full-time jobs to Presidential Diamond. And then I went Ambassador 2 years later. And it's just, like, I get chills even thinking about, what if I quit? What if I had quit on myself and my dreams and my goals and my team and their dreams and their goals, and the amount of lives that have been changed because we stayed in this business, and because I had that sideline friendship who kept me in this business and kept me going and reassured me that your why is worth it. And you just have to fight for it. You just have to dig deep and find out why you want to, what your why is, what you want to do in life, and just go for it. So that's kind of my story in a nutshell. I think Krystal's going to come up and share a little bit more on the business side of her story.
Yeah.
I turned this off for right now, so we don't have the light blinding us. But super excited to share with you guys a little bit more about our story and how we actually got this thing started. I told you how I was introduced to the product. So like I said, my background is I'm a hairstylist, and I love doing hair. It was my passion. It was something that I wanted to do ever since I was a little girl. I loved the excitement of it. I love the atmosphere. I love making people feel good and feel pretty and being able to talk people's ear off all day long. It was a blast. But what I didn't like about it is that
it's a very physical job. If you don't physically have your body, if you're not able to stand behind that chair, you're not able to make income. And I found that out really fast when I was pregnant with my daughters because I got put on bed rest at 25 weeks. So I got put on bed rest, had no income coming in, young parents, 24 years old, no savings to fall back on, nothing like that. And then the very next day after I got laid off, Josh got laid off from, I got put on bed rest. Josh got laid off from his job as a Minneapolis pipe fitter. So we literally had no income coming in, and we were getting ready to bring 2 twin girls into the world. So it was a very scary time for us. We lived on our city cards. I always say, you know, debt's really bad, but at that point in time, I was thanking God for it because it's what got us through. But with that, you know, we had our daughters. I was able to go back to work, and Josh eventually went back to work as well. But we had a lot of debt from that situation, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger. Like, it just felt like we couldn't get ahead. We kept trying to pay it down, and it just, you know how it is, the interest and all that. And it was just drowning us. It was suffocating us. And so when I found out about this opportunity in the beginning, I wasn't like a lot of people. You know, I love what I did. I wasn't looking for this to be a full-time thing for me. I just knew that I was really excited about the products and what they did for me, and I thought that some other people would be as well. So I kind of just joined it for that reason. And then when I started learning about the power of network marketing and the power of residual income, I got really excited because I thought, you know, how great if I can just make as much as I make every single month in the salon, that this could be a plan B for me. So if I ever, you know, if I get hurt or I have to be on bed rest ever again in my life or whatever it may be, I won't have to worry about it. Or if, God forbid, something happened to Josh, he got hurt at his job, we wouldn't have to worry about it. And I love the fact that I could build this business with what I was already doing. And so I became really passionate about it. I became really excited about it. I didn't know how the heck I was going to do it. You know, I always say that this business definitely found me. It kind of fell in my lap. I wasn't looking for it. But I honestly think God gave me this opportunity to show others what's possible. Because on paper, I am not somebody that you would think would be successful with this business. I didn't think I would be successful with this business. I came into this business having extreme self-doubt. I was bullied as a kid, so I was dealing with a lot of issues as far as that goes, as far as like not wanting to be rejected and just being self-conscious about myself. I was extremely shy. Like, there's a couple girls in here that went to high school with me. Where are you guys? You know, I didn't talk. But extremely shy. I had no time. I had 6-month-old twin girls at home. I worked full-time. Josh worked full-time. He was in night school. I had never sold a thing in my life. I didn't know what I was doing, but I got excited about it. I decided that I didn't care that I didn't know what I was doing. I was going to learn how to do it. Another obstacle I had is nobody I knew wanted to buy the product. You know, I started this 6.5 years ago, and I always laugh because people say, you know, oh, it's so hard to build a business because everybody's heard about it. No, it's hard to build a business when nobody's heard about it because they think you're nuts. So everybody thought I had lost my mind. And so I had to learn how to network. I had to learn how to meet people, how to go outside of my own circle and find people that would be interested in this product and people that needed this opportunity. So I just became hungry. I became comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I just figured out how to do it because, I mean, it's been amazing what it's done for us and the person that it's turned us into. And we're going to share more on this later today. We're going to dive into it a bit more, so I don't want to say too much. But it's amazing what it's done for us. You know, the money is amazing, but you know what? It's given us so much freedom. It's allowed us to teach our children how to dream, but it's also allowed us to give more than we've ever been able to give. You know, if we come across, you know, somebody on Facebook that needs help and we feel like we need to help them, we can do that. If we go to an event and there's a gives back thing that we feel passionate about, we can do that. We don't even have to think about it. We can just give from our hearts. We can give what we feel like we want to give. And this company is so much more than a wrap. It's so much more than the money that you get. You know, it's not about big houses and big cars and all that stuff. Like, that stuff's cool. It's awesome. But the people that you will meet and the causes that you will be able to give to and the person you will become, that's the gift. So we're just super excited about it. We're super excited about the day. I'm going to let Josh share a little bit about his story because unlike Jamie, I did not talk to my husband when I signed up. I just did it.
And he didn't know I was even part of this business for a long time, and he was not too happy, so I'll let him share a little bit.
Yes, I'll go back. Yeah, Krystal was talking about earlier about this possibly being her plan B, and then all of a sudden one day it was her thinking maybe this could be a plan A, and I'm still thinking how are you gonna make money selling a $25 wrap? Like that didn't add up. You know, she's like showing me the income, you know, the chart or whatever, and I was like, there's no way in heck you can make that much money selling a $25 wrap. It just didn't add up. My mind wasn't with that, you know. But yeah, so all of a sudden Krystal's doing wrap parties and stuff. I find out at first she just told me she was a customer. She was helping this lady out with a wrap party or whatever. And then I end up finding out she spent $200 and joined this thing, and she told me she spent $200. It really meant probably like $350 or $400. No, and again, I don't know where the heck she got that money. Like at this point in time, we were hurting, but if Krystal wanted something bad enough, she was going to get it, and that's probably why we were hurting. Just kidding. Oh man. No, it's funny to look back on what seemed like, and this I can relate with this in so many situations in life, but it's so crazy how you can look at what seemed like such a mess, and then all of a sudden, like, you know, maybe a year later, 2 years later, you look back and you're like, wow, that was a perfect mess. We needed that. We had to go through that. Man, I'm telling you, like, me getting laid off, it hurt like hell to not be able to put a check in the bank, you know? It hurt like hell to not be the provider for my family. When Krystal got put on bed rest, you know, it's like, that's natural, you know, it's part of life. That's okay. It was just part of the deal. But the whole mess, like, what it'll turn you into is just absolutely amazing. The way it makes you grow is absolutely amazing. Your mess can help other people out. Your mess can be your message. It doesn't matter where you came from, you got a message. So, but just what I'm telling you is, it was incredible stress. Look, I lost some of my damn hair. I'm doing great. But I'm telling you, it was a lot of stress. I was going to night school for a job that I was laid off from. I was going to night school 3 nights a week, trying to learn more about a career that wasn't even paying me. Spending time away from my family and stuff. But this opportunity, you know, Krystal's doing hair and stuff, and when she was able to finally get back in the salon, I was like, Krystal, you know, you got to take your focus off this damn wrap business and start doing people's hair. You know, focus on the hair. You're doing really good there. Just focus on the hair. I'm gonna do the hair. You do the hair. It just.
You really did say that too.
I turned it into like my little skit after a while because I gave her a lot of help. So I had plenty of jokes, but. Bottom line, we could have continued doing hair. I could have continued doing hair, she could have continued doing hair, but look at where we would have been. If I would have talked her out of this, look where we would have been. We would have been hurting. What if I got laid off again? And through all this, it's like, I've seen so much, when you look for growth, when you look for opportunity, when you look for life-changing events, when you look for it, you will have your life change, I promise you will. So through all this, there's just so many different situations, man. The shop that I worked for, you know that the last year I worked there, there was an old guy that came work for us, 62 years old. He had 3 years left to put in with his shop, and they let him go at 62 years old. He wanted 3 more years so he could retire. He worked for this company for, I think, 35 years, and they let him go. He was probably in retirement mode, coast mode, but he earned his stripes, man. He put in 35 years with him. And in the trades, the guy, and he has a wealth of knowledge. He knew way more than I knew. And comes to our shop to try to put in 3 more years so he can have a proper retirement. And at 62 years old or whatever. So, but look at what his retirement would have been. And so when I got faced with going to the Made for More men's retreat, and kind of looking at, wow, what an opportunity this is. Look at what It Works has done for my family. When I started to think about, possibly maybe stepping away from my career one day, once upon a time I looked at Krystal and said, well, maybe in my 40s I'll retire. How cool is that? I'll be able to retire in my 40s. That would be cool. That'd be awesome. I'm telling you, at the same exact time that guy came to our shop and got laid off, let go, fired from a career that he'd been with for 35 years with this other company, no respect, just turn in your keys, turn in your work van, you're out. And then he comes to work for our shop, and we're just like, well, I don't know. It's a much smaller shop, easy going. We welcome this guy with open arms. My boss knew him, super nice guy. But if I busted my ass for a company for 35 years, I hope for a lot better respect than that. And this opportunity, the love that we've received, what it's done for us is like nothing that I've ever seen in my life. So pretty freaking amazing. That's what I have to say about that. Wow, getting a little shake going here. So, I'm telling you that mess, what seems like so much stress, what seems like you're losing your hair, turning gray about, what seems like you're basically crumbling to your damn knees, because you're like, how the hell am I going to get through this? It's going to turn into something a lot greater if you look for it to be greater. It's going to turn you into something a lot stronger than you are right now. You could go through that same mess in the future, and guess what it's going to look like? A breeze. Look like a damn breeze. You could strip away our bank account, take our cars, take our house, and guess what? We can do it again. Because we can go through the damn storm. Because I'm telling you, if you guys look for the storm and look to go through it, you're going to grow. So, I didn't mean to bring all this out right now, but it's just so crazy. It's freaking crazy. So I'm telling you, all these unreal moments, that's just one. That's just one moment. We just had a frontier. I shouldn't have said the company. Should have said the company. But either way, this guy's, I forget how old. He's been with the company for 40 years. He did a retirement, went back to the company, and him and his wife are looking at moving out of state to go move closer to his family and stuff, and he's looking for a job down there. After 40 years of work, should he have to look for another job? He's like, 2 hands on this damn thing. Come on, buddy, stay still. All right. No, seriously though, what is with that? What is with that? Is that, so when I heard all this stuff, from the men's retreat, that we don't have to do the 40-year career, we don't have to do the 30-year career, we don't have to bust our ass for a company that in the end might not even appreciate us. I was like, hell yeah, let's jump in, babe. But bottom line, once upon a time, heck, I gave her hell for a year. And my only thought was, damn it, Krystal, you have to quit this thing. This is taking too much focus off of our family, it's taking too much focus off of your career. She was doing really well with hair. Why would you take your focus off of that? She loved it. But she saw something with this. I kept giving her hell, and if she would have quit, man, life would have looked a lot different. Wouldn't be where we're at today. That's what I got.
I love that, absolutely. I didn't know he was going to go off on that rant, so we're starting the day off strong. Are you guys